I'm David Monk, after-school STEAM educator with Children's Museum Houston. Today's Educator Moment is brought to you by MD Anderson. Today, we're going to make a DIY stethoscope. Before we do that, we'll talk about how you can find your active and resting pulse. So you'll take your two fingers, and one of the easiest places is called your jugular vein. You'll place them about here until you feel your heartbeat. Now you'll set a timer for 60 seconds and count every time your heart beats until the timer goes off. Once you've done that, you've found your resting pulse. After that, you'll do some exercise for several minutes, sit down, find your pulse again, and again count your heartbeats until the timer goes off, and that'll be your active pulse. So we're making a DIY stethoscope today because that is an instrument that you can use to listen to your heartbeat. What you'll need to make this is a pair of scissors, some plastic tubing, a portion cup, and some tape. So the first step is to take your plastic tubing and measure by placing one in your ear and holding the other one close to the other. Once you have that distance, you'll take your scissors and cut your plastic tubing. The next step is to find about the center of your plastic tubing, and you'll want to cut a divot into the plastic tubing. Make sure you don't go too far because you don't want to cut your tubing in half. Once you have your divot, you'll measure out another piece of clear plastic tubing about 18 inches long, and you'll take one end and place it inside of the divot that you just created. Use some tape to secure it. Once your two pieces of plastic tubing are secured, the next step is to take the 18-inch piece of plastic tubing that you cut and put a hole into your portion cup in about the center. You'll take the plastic tubing and you'll put it inside the hole. Once it's secured inside the hole, you use some tape to secure it better. Now that your plastic tubing is secured to your portion cup, the last thing you'll do is use pieces of tape to cover the open end of your portion cup. Once you've completely covered the open end of your portion cup, your DIY stethoscope is complete. Remember not to play any loud music, television, or loud noises, or scream into your stethoscope because it can damage your hearing. And that's our DIY stethoscope. Thank you for joining me for this Educator Moment. Don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.